Turning problems into profits. How to transform business skills into tools for evangelization with Brandy M. Miller. Introduction. This course is for you if you know you're meant to fulfill the Great Commission and bring people to Christ, but you're afraid of alienating your friends and family by speaking about Christ. Worried about losing your job or your clients if you confess your faith. Tired of being attacked, verbally assaulted, and ridiculed by those who don't believe. Concerned you don't know enough to explain what you believe to others. Aren't sure where to begin or what to say to get people to listen. You're in the right place. I'm going to teach you how to get anyone to lean in and listen to you by making one simple change in how you show up. Put your past problems to work for you and the solutions Christ helped you find to get people interested in hearing your testimony. Stop arguing and start listening so you can figure out what solutions to offer others that will speak to their interests and needs. Develop an offer that will attract those you are uniquely qualified to serve so you can cultivate a relationship that points toward Christ. And the value your offer brings and make that clear to others so they become eager to get it. Who am I? Just your friendly neighborhood random Catholic with a lot of knowledge. My name is Brandy M. Miller, and I don't have a degree in theology. I'm not certified to teach about the Catholic faith. I'm not a priest, deacon, or religious. I'm an average Catholic, just like you. I'm not here to teach you Catholic theology. What I will focus on instead is teaching you the skills required to identify your target audience and attract their attention, earn their trust, and build a lasting relationship that allows you to become a trusted mentor in the faith. Leverage your story to point them to Christ and open their eyes to what the church offers that no one else can. What makes me qualified to teach? Well, I'm an award-winning international speaker and author who knows how to tell a story and who has developed a universal storytelling system that works for any story you need to tell. I've helped business owners start their businesses on a $0 marketing budget and make connections that help them gain traction in a crowded marketplace. Those same skills I'm going to be putting to use for you. I've worked with the Lord to develop the skills to convert prospects into buyers and doubters into believers in the faith. I'm a disciple of Christ, doing what God asked me to do. I don't think you need better qualifications than that.